Damn. Goddamn, guys.
Man, we're on here today with the first episode of Unscripted post the career of John Cena. Well, it's definitely crazy. It's definitely crazy. I definitely still can't believe it. I can't believe we actually live in a world where John Cena is no longer, well, he's on the alumni section now. He is now the past, I guess, in WWE. You can say, um, absolutely crazy, man, absolutely crazy. I it's still crazy to wrap my mind around the fact that he's actually retired. So, there's that. But we're on here for another episode of Unscripted, man. We're on here for another episode of Unscripted. We're on here for another week of Unscripted as we get closer to winding down the end of the year for 2025, a year that has been uh, just encapsulated by John Cena moments, John Cena memories for one last time. And it's crazy. It's crazy, man. But with that being said, how's everybody doing? Thank you guys for joining us for yet again another edition of Unscripted. This is episode 278. Thank you guys for joining us. As always, if this is your first time watching, guys, do not know the show works. Every Tuesday, we are on here at 12 p.m. Central with Unscripted. Every Friday at 3 p.m. Central, we are on here with the news. And for the pay-per-views for both AEW and WWE, we are live directly after the show goes off the air with the official post-show review. Speaking of that, if you guys did miss last Saturday, 2 days ago's version of the Saturday night's main event, John Cena's final match, post-show review, you guys can now watch that on all platforms. That is Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and if you want to see it first, join us right here live every single, like I said, pay-per-view for both WWE and AEW directly after the show goes off the air. And with that, the next time we will be live for a post-show review is in 2 short weeks for AEW's World's End. So, yeah, if you guys did miss, like I said, if you guys did miss the Saturday night's main event, John Cena's final match, post-show review, as well as the news, like I said, you guys can now find those on all platforms. You guys can now find those on all platforms. That is Spotify, Apple Podcasts. And if you want to see it first, like I said, join us on YouTube. Also, if you guys haven't got a chance to get your hands on some of the official NHP merchandise, you guys can now find this live on the merch shop. That is bonfire.com. Links at the top description of this very video, man, where you can find this beautiful piece of Notorious Heels merch live on there as we speak. And with that being said, if this is your first time watching and you guys do not know who we are here at NHP, I am Johnny, one half of the host of this very show. And as for the other half, we got my man Sir K here. Sir K, go ahead. Let everybody know. Please let everybody know what exactly it is you are smiling about today.
Well, can't answer that question, but overall, man, I'm doing good. Just been chilling out, man. Just been chilling out, waiting for Christmas next week, and then World's End next weekend. I guess you throw World's End in there, I guess. But other than that, I'm doing good. Just chilling and just waiting, for Christmas, man. Very excited for Christmas, man. But other than that, like Durante always asks, how's life? How's the family? Life's good. Family's good. How is everybody doing in the live chat? How's everyone doing watching the replay? What about you, bro? How are you doing?
I am not too bad. I am not too bad, man. Like I said, still a bit crazy that Saturday night happened. Still very crazy, very surreal in a lot of ways. Um, but no, I'm doing good. I'm doing good, man. I first and foremost want to talk about Saturday, because I want to thank uh I want to thank you guys. I want to thank you, bro, for uh genuinely what was one of my favorite streams we've ever done. It was a tough one, but it was genuinely one of my favorite streams we've ever done. So I want to thank you guys for. I warned you guys well in advance. I warned you guys well in advance that I was going to be. I was probably going to be an emotional wreck. Come Saturday, that Saturday night's main event, December 13th. So I want to thank you guys. For everybody who listened. The episode did great. So I want to thank you guys for that. Um, and most importantly, I want to thank you guys for allowing me to be vulnerable. I want to thank you guys for allowing me to be very vulnerable, and listening to it. I'm sure I'm sure it's not an easy listen, but you guys allowed me to be vulnerable. Um, you guys allow me to do that every time we come on here is be myself. So I want to thank you guys for that. Like I said, allowing me to be vulnerable, allowing me to be myself. And I want to thank you guys for listening, and I want to thank you guys for also being vulnerable with me. A lot of you guys were as well, and allowing me to share a little bit of why Saturday meant so much to me. So again, I appreciate you guys, man. I love you guys very much. You guys know that. I truly appreciate you guys, and thank you guys for being on that journey with me, man. So I appreciate everybody who listened, and I appreciate um, everything that happened Saturday night very much. So I hold that very near and dear to my heart, as that was a very special night, night that I'll never forget. So want to thank you guys truly for that. Like I said, man, that was really one of my favorite streams we've ever done. I'm super, super proud of that stream. So thank you guys very much. And of course, I cannot I cannot talk about Saturday without talking about without talking to the man himself, man. So again, I want to say thank you to the GOAT. I want to say thank you to John Cena. Um, Truly, man, thank you for being a childhood hero. Thank you for being a hero in my adult life as well. His attitude, and his perspective on navigating through life, is truly inspirational to me. And it's very contagious. It really is. It's a great attitude to have. I often say this a lot, but I can listen to that man talk uh, about anything for hours because he offers such a unique, such a and such an amazing perspective on just how to navigate your own stuff. Um, Also, um, being curious enough to offer perspectives on how other people think too. So it's truly contagious. It will never be forgotten. I don't know if those promos he was cutting in Montreal or in New Jersey were real. About I don't know if there's a little bit of that thought in his brain that maybe we will forget about him, but man, I can assure you, a lot of us will not, and I think I speak for a lot of us. So again, to encapsulate Saturday night, again, from us here at NHP, we want to thank you for 23 years of service, and we want to thank you for an amazing career. So, um, that is largely what I meant to say on Saturday. I know I couldn't get it out on Saturday. I can get it out now. But man, truly contagious in his positive energy, and again offering such a unique perspective on life and how to navigate through what can be a crazy life sometimes. Um, so truly, man, thank you so much. Again, I said it on Saturday, but somebody like me can never repay you for everything you've done for me in my life, and I'll never forget it, man. So, what a career, and man, what a human being. So, truly, there'll never be another one like him.
Like never be another John Cena, man. Thank you for all you've done in your career, your perspective, your moments, everything. Truly, thank you. And you always say, you can't thank them enough. You do by being you, bro. That's thanks enough, man. So truly, thank you, John Cena.
Yes, absolutely. It's super, super cool to see um, somebody of his stature, somebody of his legacy, um, again walk around with such a unique perspective and such a humbleness about him. It's truly inspirational, and it really it if you don't feel inspired by that, man, then then it turns into a question if you have a beating heart in your chest, because man, yeah, it's truly an amazing thing. But man, so other than that, coming out of Saturday, the weekend in general was great. I'm excited for this upcoming weekend because it's a little bit. It's this is the what, second to last stream where Sir K is a 23-year-old guy, man. So so he's smiling. We don't know what he's smiling about still, but he's smiling, man. And we know um we don't know what he's smiling about, but like I said, we do know that Monday's his birthday, man. So this weekend we're gonna be doing a little bit of celebrating, man. So, you know, um, I'm excited for that. I'm very excited for that. We know Sir K's excited as well. We know he's not stupid enough to give out locations, but we know we're going out, man. So he's excited for that, and so am I. I'm very excited for that. So yeah, that's pretty much it, man. Just looking forward to Friday. Whatever fucking news we have. Looking forward to Friday. And looking forward to the weekend. So that's pretty much what's on my mind, man. Doing my last little bit of Christmas shopping. So other than that, man, nothing nothing too much. So yeah, that's
Most
pretty much about it.
definitely, man, I'm excited for the weekend, man. Excited for, just celebration with the people you care about, man. Very, very excited about that, man. So it's crazy, man. The big 24. It's wild.
Yeah, yeah, you are about to like me, you are about to enter your Kobe year, man. So it is very crazy, man. But I'm excited. I'm excited. This time of year always gets me
Very.
very excited. So um
Most
y-
definitely.
yeah. So last but certainly not least, says Durante always asks, I am good. Family's good. What about you? Durante, Logan, Bell, Mr. Welcome Down and Cut They Shiz Off is not here, but we have the one and only. We got Lon Dog in the house. My brother, Lonnie, how are you doing? As Lonnie's first chat says it all, he says John Cena is gone for good. Life isn't the same. Man, still crazy, man. It's still crazy. Um, I've been having people ask me, did you cry? Did you cry on Saturday? And I obviously said yes. I'm never be ashamed to show your true emotions. So obviously I say yeah, I definitely did. That's an understatement. I was more of bawling, as they say, or sobbing, or whatever you want to fucking call it. I was crying. I was crying a lot. Okay, you guys can just watch the fucking stream. I could barely get a fucking word out. But I wouldn't take anything back, and the reason there is a reason that I was that emotional, man. And obviously I dove into that a lot on Saturday. So you guys know, and like I said, before I even spoke a word on Saturday, I said, those of you who know me personally will know this information. But now all of you know this information. So now again, all of you know a little bit about my story. And uh, to follow up on your chat, the reason it is so crazy is because I got into wrestling because of that, man. So none of the I would like to think no other retirement could possibly be as worse as that one. Now, again, we spoke Saturday about retirements that are going to be bad, and there's a couple of them that are going to be really bad for me. I think Punk, Roman Reigns is going to. Those are two names that really stick out to me. Unfortunately, one that would have been very bad, but unfortunately, we all got robbed of a true retirement for an absolute legend. But that's Bray. Um, those are three names to me that really stick out as like, okay, those are three that could potentially be very bad. But even in saying that, I do not think any will be as quite as bad as Cena's was. Now, again,
No, most
um,
definitely.
at least for me, though the Cena, we got the absolute worst one out of the way. So,
Oh, yes.
um, but yeah, so that's I guess sort of a positive in the situation, man. But yeah, so how are you guys doing? How are you guys doing? Lonnie says Cena tapping out leaves a bad taste in my mouth. Why the fuck didn't he just pass out? I get you. I get you. And I can see the perspective. I can see the perspective as to why you guys didn't want him to tap out. Again, and you're not wrong. You're not wrong for feeling that way. Because in a sense, that is kind of what they were going for. Not to say that that was the right decision, but I'll say it's the right decision for a different reason. Not for that necessarily, but I urge you to think about it from the perspective as he didn't tap out. He didn't give up. He didn't quit. He simply let go. And I think that's the beauty in it. And again, I sat here on this very show on Unscripted 2 weeks ago, or no, it might have even been last week. And I said, up and down, side to side, no. No, 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 no. You do not have that man tap out. I was adamantly against it. I was. But when he smiled, that completely changed the whole dynamic for me, because when he smiled, it just gave a sense of, all right. And again, like I told this to Sir K and Logan when we uh spoke in private, but
Mhm.
if he was, gasping for air, screaming for bloody murder, if he was, screaming out in agony because he couldn't get out of the hold, and he tapped out, and he was, banging his hand on the mat to tap out, I could see your point, because then that gives the sense that he gave up, to me. That again, that to me is a tap out. Um, what I saw on Saturday night, again, it wasn't him giving up. It was him letting go. It was him coming to terms with the fact that he doesn't have to carry the company anymore, and the beauty in that is he came to terms with the fact that his time is up. Somebody else's time is now. So
Exactly.
again, to me, it wasn't a give up, it wasn't a quit, it wasn't a tap out. It was him finally letting go after 23 years of service, after 23 years of truly never giving up and being the embodiment of perseverance, for a lot of us children, a lot of us adults, a lot of just people in general, literally the embodiment of perseverance and never giving up. Um Again, it wasn't that he gave up. It was that his time for fighting, his time for carrying the company was up. It was time to let go. It
Exactly.
was time to pass it on. It was time to pass the torch. So there is beauty in it. And I think it's gonna be one of those things that does age like wine, as I do think this whole farewell tour is. Um, but I can see your point. I'm not saying I can't see your perspective. I'm not saying I can't. Um, But for me, that's how I look at it, and I think it's something that there is beauty in, without even really noticing it right now. Again, not saying you're wrong in your dissection of it. That's definitely a way to look at it. But at the end of the day, um, that's the perspective I took out of it. Is he passed the torch. He passed the torch to the next generation, and he let go. He let go. A lot of beauty in it for me, man. A lot of beauty in it for me. So I did enjoy it. I did enjoy it, and I think that was just the perfect, the perfect way for him to go out, and the perfect way for him to give that honor to the next generation. I can appreciate that a lot, and I thought again, I think it's going to be one of those things that does age like wine. As with the farewell tour, I think there's going to be a lot of things about this tour that people do look back at in a couple years and really have a fonder memory of. But unfortunately for them, me and this guy right next to me will be able to say that we can kind of we've seen those things the whole time. So I'm very grateful for that, and just very grateful that I moved with the perspective of just enjoying the farewell tour. Now there was a lot I can bitch about, and there's a lot that I have complained about throughout the year, and it really none of it falls on Cena. All of it falls on one man, and we all know who that one man is. It's the bald Nazi himself. It's Triple H.
Triple H, man. Triple H. But yeah, I loved everything about the ending. Cena, I think today posted a picture of Obi-Wan Kenobi from Episode 4, and that is the perfect representation of that tap out. It was truly letting go. The smile, people. There's a lot of layers to that smile. It's a mix of letting go and knowing that smile was the most. If I was still in my prime, he would have locked in Super Cena and got out of that and
Yeah,
won the match, but he didn't need to because his time was up, man. So that's why he smiled, man, and I loved it. And I think most people will love it in a year or two and onward, man. And we could say we love it now. So I love that.
absolutely. And yeah, like I said, man, um, I'm very glad. Throughout this whole thing, me and you have always tried to just move with the perspective of enjoying what was this run. Again, a lot of people did harp on it, especially I want to highlight the heel run. A lot of people harp on that. A lot of people did not like that. I'm glad we genuinely took the positives out of that were to be taken out of that. So it's I can't believe I can't believe it's over, man. But um, yeah, uh, as for Gunther, you can see on Monday why they did what they did. You could see last night why they did what they did on Saturday. And I also want to say, guys, I gotta ask. I genuinely gotta ask. I know Sir K's got the question on his brain, and I got the question on mine. Saturday was about enjoying. Saturday was about reminiscing. Saturday was about soaking that moment in. It was about, like I said, it was about reminiscing. It was about being a kid again. Um, and that's what the night was. It was I wasn't really in the mood to sit there and break it down, break the whole Cena stuff down creatively. And it's not that I'm gonna break anything Cena related down, but guys, you mean to tell me out of everything Triple H has done this year, all the stupid shit that he's done this year that y'all have backed up, by the way,
Yeah.
you mean to tell me that is what you got mad about. So you mean to fucking tell me Jey Uso winning the Rumble, Travis Scott trotting around in the ring with John Cena at his final WrestleMania, fucking John Cena and Logan Paul versus Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes being a date. Again, no hate on R-Truth, but 2 R-Truth matches. All this shit. God, what else? Oh, yeah, well, I want to save that one for last. All this shit that he's done throughout the year. Damn near just again killing the whole the whole Jey Uso stuff, the whole Jey Uso story of people actually wanting to see him win a world title, having Gunther tap out at WrestleMania to Jey Uso, all the shit, and then to give us Cena versus Brock at WrestlePalooza the way you did. After all that, this is what you get mad about? Where the fuck were y'all at when Gunther was tapping out to Jey Uso? Why were we not chanting AEW at him then?
Like, I don't get it, man. Triple H has done horrible this year. Absolutely abysmal work this year, dude. Mania was so ass this year. You're not mad at him for how garbage WrestleMania was?
Horrible.
That Drew McIntyre faced Damian Priest.
Ugh.
John Cena had to celebrate with Travis Scott.
Oh,
Fucking they wasted Money in the Bank again this year for the men.
yep.
They
Wait, who won? Oh, never mind.
They had Jey Uso win the Rumble. They completely changed creative plans to make Jey Uso win the Rumble, and the dude failed, and he's back in the fucking tag team division, man, because he literally failed as a singles, and they literally put him. They scrapped a storyline he was in the middle of to put him back as a tag team guy. John Cena got squashed to Brock Lesnar. Why aren't y'all mad about that? So a genuine letting go and tapping out moment to your best modern heel in the company is what gets you mad, but getting absolutely destroyed by a washed ass Brock Lesnar, y'all ain't batting nothing to. This is what y'all mad about? This is what y'all mad about. Y'all pick and choose what the fuck y'all want to be mad about, because y'all don't know what y'all doing. Sometimes they are right, and the fans have no idea what they want because this is what you blow up about. This is what you chant fucking Baldy for at the guy. Not for everything else. Not for the state of SmackDown. Not for the state of Raw. Not for any of this shit, dude. This year fucking sucked for this company besides John Cena. And
Yeah.
this is what you're mad about? Fucking wild, dude. These fans have no clue what to be mad at.
Yeah, I completely agree, and he absolutely needs to be held accountable because the shit he pulled this year, man, I never thought I'd see some shit like that out of him. I really didn't. So again, yeah, he absolutely needs to be held accountable for it. But I don't know. It genuinely begs the question, man. And it just really got me thinking, man. Out of everything this year, everything to get mad at Triple H about, again, he's done a horrible job this year. Again, largely everything in this company has felt underwhelming. Every fucking thing has felt underwhelming because of this man. And we get mad at him for this. This is the one fucking time in 2025 I will actually stand by Paul and say that he was correct. He was genuinely correct for the decision that he made. He was correct. Yeah. He said it on the post show. He did what was right for the business. And you could say a lot about Triple H, but one thing you have to say is he has balls when he wants to. I don't know why he doesn't use them more often, but he has them. And he had the balls to do something that he felt was right. And it was ballsy, but it was the right call. All fucking year, he's played the safe route. He's played it
All
safe.
year. And he fucking does something ballsy for once, and people are mad at him.
It's like, man,
You can't win.
out of everything he's done this year, that whole Jey Uso main event run, after everything he's done this year, this is what you get mad at the guy for? To me, that don't make sense. I don't know. He the one time
I agree with the decision.
the one fucking time he does right, we get mad at him. Again, where were y'all all year? When WrestleMania 41, hyped to be one of the biggest WrestleManias ever, flopped. Flopped like a fucking fish out of water.
Like, dog, do y'all not watch weekly television? That shit is useless.
Raw
What happens?
Raw on Netflix has been one of the most, again, classic Triple H, one of the most hyped yet underwhelming things possible. Raw on USA, at least in 2024, was fucking great. It was great. It was a very fun, enjoyable show. And we get to this shit, Raw on Netflix. It's gonna be huge. It's gonna be super hyped. It's gonna be, a fucking movie every week. And we get fucking Division. And we get Division every fucking week. We get Maxine Dupree out there as Kurt Angle every week. This is what we get.
You had this shit-ass group Division fucking interfere in CM Punk and John Cena's last ever bout against each other. Where's your anger then? But you're gonna be mad now. Y'all are so inconsistent, and it's performative anger, bro. It really is.
I don't get it, man. I just don't get it. I don't get it, man. Again, the one fucking time I agree with this guy. And again, all year I've largely disagreed with what Triple H has done. The one time I can look at something and say, man, I love what they did there. And I love how that was booked. I love how that was portrayed.
They're all mad. Now you're
They
all
hate him
mad.
for it.
Okay. Y'all angry now? Y'all better stay angry then, because next year is about to be fucking ass for this company, and I bet you guys won't be mad at Royal Rumble, at WrestleMania, at whatever they do that next year. Then you're mad right now for no reason.
And the way it looks, WrestleMania is already shaping up to be fucking underwhelming.
Yeah. They're planning some repeat boring fucking matches for the main event of WrestleMania again. Bro, they want to run back Roman and Cody again. Like, bro, what? Where's your anger then? Y'all better be angry like you are now for WrestleMania. Y'all better be, because I know y'all aren't.
Yes. Breaker and Punk at Mania. Something we're about to see in a few weeks. Something we've probably seen before, but I can't remember it because it's probably just an LOL Raw match. Cody and Roman.
Cody and Roman. Where's your anger? But y'all gonna be mad at the most perfect storybook ending for in the most poetic way for John Cena. Bruh.
I don't get it. I
don't get it.
I don't understand. We praise what on other storylines?
Praise what? Yeah. Praise, the Cena ending. Yes, I'm praising it. It was great. It was amazing.
Logan says he was watching the packages for Mania 40 and he was sitting there saying, "Give me that feeling again. Please.
Bro,
Please.
Please give me that feeling again, because it ain't here.
Yes, we all do have our own opinions. Lonnie, earlier you said Triple H has largely done a great job this year. I question what you are watching because he is
Oh,
not.
you're what? He's done a
He
horrible
he is
job
not.
this year.
Lonnie, you're my guy, and it's okay that we disagree. But hey, bro, I quit. I quit.
Oh,
I don't know what that's about. I don't know what you've been watching this year. It ain't been what I've been watching this year because it's been, um, hey, I mean, like Logan says, we all got our own opinions, but bro, I don't, I don't. I'll praise what's right. Again, I'll
yeah.
praise what's right. We talk about this every week. We talk about this every week. Try to be fair amongst both companies. Just because a company's a company doesn't mean you have to hate on them just for being the company. A certain company. What's right was right. John Cena giving Gunther that honor was right. Again, it wasn't a give up. It wasn't a tap out. If that's your perspective, then that's your perspective. My perspective, it was a let go. It was. It was him taking the burden off of his shoulders. Again, I just explained it 20 minutes ago. So I don't really know what else there is to say on it, but that's my perspective on it. I thought it was beautiful. I thought it was an amazing way to end his career. I did. And that's just my perspective. But my pros and cons of WWE, well, you're very in luck because the last episode of the year, we're going to do the 2025 Rewind 2026 predictions. So trust me, I will have a long list of pros and cons for WWE. That's for me to think about. When's the last episode of Unscripted for the year? Two weeks away. So on the 30th, I will give my full breakdown. I could tell you this though. I can't answer that in detail yet, but what I can tell you, the list of cons is a lot bigger. It's a lot bigger. Like I said, and I just named a lot of them, everything, largely everything this man has touched has underwhelmed on an insane level. One of the main things he's done that's very, very off to me, he has brought up the question a lot. And he's doing it, and again, he's doing it a lot this year. He brings up the question, too much for my liking, who asked for this? Way too much.
You don't know who he's booking for half the time, whether he's booking for a studio of suits and investors or just him and his buddies. You really don't know who he's booking for half the time, and that was a big problem this year. Or half the time I'm asking, who is this for? Who asked for this?
Yes.
Who is a fan of this to warrant this happening? Who is a Travis Scott fan this much to warrant him being involved in John Cena's last WrestleMania? I don't get it. I don't get it.
That to me has been my, that to me has been my main problem with Triple H is if you look at a lot of these fuck ups, who asked for this? And even things that did end up turning out to be good, like I can think to the Roman Seth Punk main event. It ended up being great. The match itself ended up being great. Who the fuck asked for that? Like again,
Exactly.
it more than likely is going to end up on an honorable mention or an actual match of the year candidate. Spoiler alert there. Again, it'll be on one of those lists. Maybe. I'm pretty sure. It was one of the better matches out of the year. But even at that, who the fuck asked for that? And then obviously, things that ended up, sucking, you can look at still and say, who asked for this? Jey Uso. Okay, the whole Jey Uso run. WrestleMania. Who asked for a bunch of that shit? So to me, that's my main problem with Triple H. Again, I can't answer your question fully, but I can say, I can say, the list of cons for Triple H is a lot heavier. It's a lot heavier than his list of pros, because they have not been, my God. His pros have been few and far between, and a lot of his pros this year don't even have to do with him. So
They really don't. They really don't. And like Logan says in the comments, man, Triple H is bad, especially this year, man. Why are people chanting for Vince? Are y'all? What are y'all doing, Vince?
yeah,
Dog.
they
Do
oh,
y'all not know?
well, and that's that's what I want to drive home there. So, okay, I need you to move with the perspective that these people probably started watching after Triple H took over, because
Probably.
they're and man, I'll say this: the farewell tour in its entirety, not the final match. A lot of those people probably are correct that say Vince would have booked this better. I will agree with you in the sense of the entire farewell tour. I think if Vince had 36 dates to use John Cena, I think he would have used the dates accordingly. At least maybe a little bit more accordingly than Triple H did. However, Vince probably would have fucked up the final match. His final match probably would have been against like Brock Lesnar or some shit. So there's that.
Cody.
Yeah, it would have been. Yeah, it would have been Roman or Cody or somebody that absolutely did not need it whatsoever. However, um, people chanting for Vince do not understand truly how bad it was. Again, I say it all the time. It wasn't even bad television. It was downright insulting television, to the point you felt like a fucking moron just sitting there watching the shit. That is how bad.
No.
Again, I can't even use the word bad. The only word you can use is insulting. It was insulting television. So to anybody chanting for Vince to come back, I urge you to go and watch it back, because for as bad as Triple H can be, or as underwhelming as Triple H can be, it'll never get as bad as Vince.
Exactly. Never be as bad as Vince. Literally, his last match would have been the WrestlePalooza match, and y'all probably wouldn't even be as angry for some reason. Uh, um, but Vince was horrible, insulting, embarrassing television where you literally wouldn't be caught dead watching Vince
Yeah.
McMahon's WWE because it was that fucking bad and embarrassing. So please don't ever chant for Vince again. God no.
Yeah,
God no.
there is no fucking way these people. And again, a lot of people look at Vince. A lot of people look at Vince's work through the lens of, what he did in his prime years, or not even just his prime years. A lot of people compare what was like a 40-year run to the 3 years that Triple H has had in in head of creative, and is like, again, you're comparing what Vince did in a 40-year run. Like, yeah, there was a lot of bad shit he did. There was a lot of bad shit he did as well. So, you know, that again is just a little bit of a glimpse into a little bit of a glimpse into, I guess, some people's just very skewed mentality on comparing Vince to Triple H, bro. You're comparing a 40-year run to somebody who's been had head of creative for 3 years. You know what I mean? So again, do not chant for Vince. And if you genuinely think Vince could have gave us a better fight, please just go watch 2017 Raw, please.
Exactly. Please. 2017, 2019. God, please watch 2019 if you think that.
No kidding. So, Lonnie, oh God, John Cena's final match being compared to the Big Day is ridiculous slander. The Big Day that is absolutely one of the most dog shit albums anybody could have ever created. I think that is very very unwarranted slander there, personally.
Exactly, man. That is one of the unfortunately worst music fucking albums ever put out, and it is nothing compared to the greatness that was the ending to John Cena's career.
Agreed. So, well, so much for us saying a few words about John Cena's final days. Here we are, an hour in.
Oh my fucking life, bro! That shit was great.
It was. It was. I enjoyed it, man. I got no. I got again the one time I actually agree with what Triple H has given us. People hate him for it. So, which is funny. It's very funny. I'll join in on the Triple H hate party all day. But at the end of
Oh
the
fuck
day,
yeah!
he did the right thing. He did the right thing.
I love hating Triple H.
So, without any further ado, we have two AEW fans.
Yeah.
Cue,
Dude,
cue it.
AEW fans,
Cue. Huh? I
we
don't.
got to do it to them.
Oh, also, speaking of AEW fans, can these AEW fans please stop fucking comparing Sting's retirement to John Cena's? I mean, my God.
Oh, dude.
This is how this is how you're supposed to treat legend. Shut up. Honestly, Tony did that for Sting. Tony did that shit for Sting because Sting was treated wrong, and that overall is it's what Sting deserved. Cena
Exactly.
Cena had a different retirement. I'm sorry
Yeah, it's
again,
just how it is.
I'm sorry their retirements didn't mirror each other. They were both beautiful in their own right. What are you gonna do?
Literally. The people have no idea how rare and just unique of a situation Sting's retirement was, where he was able to come out victorious, man. Exactly, like Logan says, that was a complete anomaly in the business. That almost never happens, and it happened to happen, and it happened to work. And not everyone's gonna get that, man. So all the people saying it was better, it was this, it was that. Um, y- where's the media literacy? That's all I'm gonna say. It's non-existent.
So, again, they were both beautiful in their own right. Not everybody can, and you know what too? If everybody from this point on did Sting's retirement like that, or if everybody did a
Well, yeah,
retirement like Sting's, and everybody went out on top and looked like an absolute beast on the way out, I guarantee you fickle fucks would be like, oh, who is he putting on? Like, again, imagine we just heard about a retirement run for AJ Styles, Jericho, and Brock Lesnar. If all three of those guys went out looking like absolute gods at the end of their career, I guarantee you fickle motherfuckers would be like, oh, so everybody just gets to go out without putting somebody over these days? Shut up. Shut the fuck up.
literally. It would, they're so fickle. They would complain no matter what. No matter what, dude. They were going to complain about this. And I think people that are so mad about the tap, so mad about this, are just taking their anger out on, Triple H booking and the booking of the entire farewell tour. And they're just encapsulating it and just overreacting about the tap out. That's what it is. They're misplacing their anger.
Yes. Yeah, I genuinely would agree with that because it really wasn't it really wasn't that. Again, Triple H has done a lot this year to be mad about. Triple H has done a lot this year to be mad about. I just genuinely don't see that as one of those things. But again, I guarantee you, if everybody's farewell tour happened like Sting, y'all would complain that nobody gets put over. These legends are selfish. They go out on top. The booker's this, the booker's that. But when somebody gives somebody the ultimate honor, like John Cena did, the ultimate honor, there's hate. You're never going to make everybody happy at the end of the day. That's what it really boils down to.
Exactly.
So, AEW Dynamite.
Oh well.
Winter is coming.
Fucking A. Speaking of Sting, man. Speaking of Sting, what happened to Winter is Coming? You know what's funny? You know, this man forgot that Winter is Coming is the episode of Dynamite where Sting debuted because that's how bad they treat Winter is Coming.
I did
That is
forget that,
hilarious.
yeah. I genuinely did.
The hell, dude. Fucking hell.
Well, Winter is coming 2025 is upon us, and the show was largely forgetful. It was largely it largely just happened. This was your Winter is Coming episode of Dynamite from December 10th from Atlanta. To open the show, we have the Babes of Wrath versus the Timeless Love Bombs.
Wait, was this the finals for the women's tag?
Yes.
Oh, it happened at Winter's. I didn't even know. So we have women's tag champs crowned already, dude. I
We
genuinely
do.
had no clue.
Yeah,
Oh my
we
god,
do.
why didn't they just put this on the pay per view in 2 fucking more weeks?
Yeah, we do. We do. We have
Okay, I didn't know we had
I have
champs.
yeah, I have no I don't know why they didn't build this at all and just like you said, save it for um World's End, but they didn't do that. They decided to put the finals on Winter is Coming. And the Babes of Wrath defeat the Timeless Love Bombs after Harley Cameron hit her finishing move on Mina, and Willow Nightingale hit Babe with Bomb on Mina. And the Babes of Wrath knocked off the Timeless Love Bombs and they completed their Cinderella story and became the women's tag team champions.
They had a Cinderella story.
Yeah, they're the underdogs in this tournament.
They're the underdogs.
Yep.
So you're telling me they knocked off Marina Shafir for what I thought was okay, Marina Shafir's not getting it. All right, Tony Storm's getting it. Okay, I'm cool with that. Only for Tony Storm just to not get it. Are you kidding me? Tony, bro, what are you doing here, bro?
Yeah, I don't know. He put the women's tag titles on probably one of his most uninteresting tag teams in all of his roster. You had the Sisters of Sin that are an actual tag team. You have Megan Bain and Marina Shafir, which would have been cool for the Death Rider story. You even have Tony and Mina that are a legit tag team in this whole thing, and he went with Harley Cameron and Willow Nightingale. So, yeah, it is what it is, and now that these championships are crowned, they will go off into obscurity. So I'm sure this will be the last time we see them on a television show that matters for a very long time. And if not, I will be shocked. But congrats to the Babes of Wrath.
Congratulations to the Babes of Wrath, I guess. Don't know why is Willow not in the singles, division, potentially being women's world champ. I don't fucking know, man. But she's tag champ, so at least she has something that probably won't mean anything immediately afterwards, man. I'm sure they're gonna do it the way the triple nose treats the women's U.S. title, and we probably won't see it on pay-per-view for like a year. So thanks guys, thanks. Just because you just have to beg for women's tag titles, man.
Yep. Afterwards, there's a
Good lord.
handshake and an emotional promo from the two. Where they spoke about how much it meant to them. So yeah, it was very, very heartwarming. Definitely brought people to tears. Was this
Oh
speech?
yeah.
So yeah, that was that. That was the Babes of Wrath and the Timeless Love Bombs. Afterwards, we get a Jon Moxley promo in the back where they're on a set of arena stairs, an arena staircase set. Moxley starts to talk about how he needs to stay hungry for the Death Riders and how time in the Continental Classic is running out. But as long as there's a grain of sand in the hourglass, he can still score. There was an interesting note during this promo that Moxley was only standing with Marina, Yuta, and Garcia. No Claudio, no Pac to be found. So, very telling, I guess, there on maybe who really is riding for Jon Moxley. But yeah. I thought the promo was pretty good. Like I said, I thought it was very interesting that Claudio nor Pac was there. And it's very interesting as time winds down for the end of the year to hear him talk about how he needs to stay hungry for the Death Riders, and it's almost it's almost like maybe he's starting to feel a little maybe uneasy. I did enjoy it nonetheless. I thought it could be an interesting glimpse into the future.
Definitely, man. I think it's him realizing it without acknowledging it, and trying to lock in to try to save himself before it's too late, even though it's too late.
Yep. Continental Classic action. Okada defeats Jack Perry with a Rainmaker. Now, I know you're wondering, why is Jack Perry in the tournament? Well, we brought to you guys a couple weeks ago on news that Darby Allin had been hospitalized after his match with Kevin Knight, and Jack Perry ended up being Darby Allin's replacement. So Perry is now in the Continental Classic for the remainder of it.
So, wish the best for Darby. Hope he could heal up from that and be back soon. And I do like Jack Perry as a replacement, man.
Yeah, I think it's a solid. I think it's a solid replacement. Nothing wrong with Perry being in there. But he does lose. So he still has 0 points on the board, and Okada now has 6 points on the board. After the match, Don Callis comes out and he offers Jack Perry a spot in the Don Callis family.
Just stop. can, can this can this dude just go away? Like, holy hell.
Good God. Jack Perry says no, and all 12 of the Don Callis, all 12 of the Don Callis family guys are attacking him, and he gets saved by Luchasaurus and the Young Bucks. You can add Kenny Omega in there, and this is the same segment we get every other fucking week, minus Kenny Omega. What is this doing for anybody? Honestly, I'm gonna ask the Triple H question at this point. Who the fuck is this for? Because it's not me.
Who is the Don Callis family for?
I don't know. They're a revered group of heels.
Really? I wouldn't know.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, could you at least try to be a little creative? I mean, dude, this is legitimately the same segment we get every fucking week. Every week. Don Callis comes out there, cuts a promo on somebody, probably asking them to join his stupid fucking family. A brawl breaks out, and then we get the Young Bucks and or Jurassic Express coming out to make the save. And or Kenny Omega as well. What are we doing? This is horrible.
Good.
Hey, Mr. Walk 'em down and
What are you
cut these
doing, Gotti?
shizoffs here. Well, everybody say hello to the owner of GDR Finances LLC, none other than Mr. Walk 'em down and cut these shiz off himself. Mr. Walk 'em down and cook that shit up. Mr. Walk 'em down and run that marathon. Mr. Walk 'em down and climb that tree. Mr. Walk 'em down and feed them families. We have my brother Gotti Devon in the house. He says, "Hey guys, just got home from the hospital. Hope you guys are doing well. Surgery went well for me." Dude, I didn't know you were getting surgery, man. I hope everything went well, which he said it did. So I'm happy for you, man. I'm happy. Rest up, take your time, and hopefully you can get back to normal health in no time, bro. So I'm glad surgery went well. And yes, we are doing well, man. So I hope you are too. Thank you for joining us as always, brother.
Thank you for joining us, man. Glad surgery went well. I hope you're feeling well, dude. And you got us, man. So how you doing?
Absolutely. So yeah. Luchasaurus and Young Bucks make the save, like I said. I mean, again, could we at least try to be a little creative, please?
Please, for once.
Mark Briscoe and Daniel Garcia get in a scuffle. They get in a scuffle, which leads to a TNT title match on Collision. Who fucking cares?
Yeah, what does this matter, dude? What?
It doesn't.
What is this for?
Oh, wow.
Oh man, glad you guys caught it, man. I'm glad it'd been able to be removed, man. And I get that numb feeling. Always, dude. Always much love, dude.
For sure. For sure, man. That is, yeah, that's crazy, dude. That's crazy. Well, yeah, like Strickay said, I'm glad you were able to catch that. I'm glad you were able to catch that, man. And so yeah, man, hopefully, man, sooner rather than later, you will be pain free, bro. So well, he's pain free now because he's numb, but hopefully soon. Now that you did get that removed, you don't have to deal with that anymore, man. So yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. And much love to you, bro. Much love to you. You know, like Sir K said, you always got us. We're always here for you, brother. So yes, I'm glad. I'm glad. Yes, that's a good thing, man. I'm glad surgery went well, and glad you're home resting up now. So that's awesome. So
Really is awesome, man. Oh, no gym for the next 3 weeks. That's it. That sucks about like post surgery, man. Them like 3 weeks
yes,
after a surgery where you can't do nothing. Oh, they're the worst, man.
yeah.
Because to most people on paper that sounds awesome, but when you're actually having to sit there do nothing for 3 weeks, oh man, time is just so slow, dude. It's so annoying.
Indeed. Indeed. We yes, I was out for a very long time with my sports hernia. I was out of the gym for a very long time. But the moment, and I mean the moment, my physical therapist, I thankfully did not have to get surgery for mine, but The moment my physical therapist told me it was okay to be back in the gym, I had never been more ready in my fucking life. So that is the part that sucks. That is the killer, is not being able to go to the gym and not being able to just do your regular routine. It definitely throws you off mentally for sure. He says he has to get surgery now so he can be rested and ready for Chamber. Um, we actually have to talk about that. So
Yes, that's
I will hit you up very soon because it is almost go time.
very.
In terms
It's
of
about to be go
tickets.
time,
Yes,
so I'm excited.
we are right there for go time for Chamber tickets. I will um I will I will hit you up for sure. I will hit you up probably after we get off here today. If not today, tomorrow. So I got you though, bro. But um
Always.
yes. Hey, yes, we need you at 100% for Chamber, bro. I I'm excited for
Very
this
excited, dude.
Chamber Superstore.
Oh, dude, I'm so pumped, man. And so far from that one teaser video we got for Chamber, that like foggy Chicago City theme looks very
Ooh.
fucking sick for Chamber, man. So I'm very excited for that Superstore, man. I'm so pumped to see, who we get for merch, what we get for like show related merch, man. I'm very, very excited.
So I'm also curious if the Superstore, if they're going to over the winter is coming graphics. I'm very is I'm very curious to see
Fucking care.
if it's going to take over the Bulls and Blackhawks fan stores that are in the arena itself, but I feel like they will do an offsite location, and I really hope it's not like in busy ass downtown because that's what they did for this John Cena one. The whole Cena DC Superstore, it was like in the middle of the downtown area, which that just gets annoying with parking and whatever the case is. So that part gets annoying. But I'm interested to see where they do it. I also hope they have some Bulls, some Blackhawks type merch. I'm very excited to see what happens there. So,
Very excited. I remember I was looking at the United Center on Google Maps a little bit ago,
uh-huh.
and I remember seeing like a building nearby that looks like it's kind of like one of those little centers that they use for like pop-ups, and I think it
Oh,
might be just around the corner from the United Center, but we'll
good.
have to. I'm very curious because, you know, the United Center has that whole Chicago sports store inside of it. So I would just think it'd be a no-brainer to fucking just, redo that
Yeah.
and make it their own. So I would think, but you never know. You never know what like cost or whatever. But
Yeah. The
it was
the
at a Harley store.
the superstore for the one at the Harley Superstore in Rosemont was fucking tiny. It
It
was
was very
it was tiny as shit. The parking lot, the parking garage next to it was so fucking confusing. It was so confusing. Not to mind you, it was jammed up the ass with cars, obviously, but it was
all the way to the top.
literally, bro. It was a funny experience. Logan had himself a ball. He was back there fucking dying laughing while I was losing my fucking marbles trying to navigate through this annoying ass parking garage.
Yes, parking
Um
garage.
it was annoying as
Yes.
fuck, dude. But yeah, and then again to get to the superstore, it was tiny and everything was fucking sold out already. Like what the fuck kind of
Really?
superstore is this? Um
I don't get it.
Man, dude, oh Gotti, I can never fucking forget it. Well, next time, in dude, literally 2 months away, we'll all be able to fucking experience
That
my
shit again.
parking anger all together. So we'll fucking see, man. But but yeah, I mean, I don't know what they got. I don't know what they got going on. But I don't know what they had going on, but like Sir K said, if you did some research and hopefully it's just gonna be around the corner with not some confusing ass and some tiny little
Fucking
Harley shop, then
yeah.
then I'll be down for it, man. And WWE, please stock the merch. I mean, please, for the love of God. Because again, well, by the time and we went day one, I think we went the Friday that the Superstore was open. The fucking shit was all sold out. Like, yo,
Like
y'all ain't got
I
nothing.
get fanatics. I give fanatics is shit with fucking having shit in stock, but like, dude, this is a physical superstore. Buy shit out the ass. It's gonna be bought.
Yes.
I don't get it.
Stupid ass. But man, it was what was your thoughts on the Superstore, Gotti? Did you think it was tiny too, or was I the only one? There was literally like just a wall with shirts. Like, what the fuck is that? Like,
It was literally there was one wall with like a bunch of unique shit, and then just a bunch of just whatever the merch was for individual people at the time. I was like, all right. And it's the worst part is the unique stuff on that one wall was so sick. I bought like all of it,
yeah,
and
same.
then that was it, bro. Like
Like
they really went hard with that shit.
they did, and then it was like it was it was like they started at the 1 yard line, sprinted to the 30, and then they still had fucking 70 yards to go, and then just walked the rest of the way. Like, what the fuck is that? What is that?
Like, bro, did you get? Because we all got it because it was so fire. Did you get that Survivor Series long sleeve, the Jordan Survivor
Yeah,
Series long sleeve with
it
23 on the back?
yeah, bro. I know you. I know if you didn't get it, Gotti, I know you've seen it. That cursive, that red long sleeve shirt, and it said Survivor Series in that cursive lettering, and then on the back it says Chicago 23. That type of shit, man, they cooked with that. They fucking cooked with that, dude. They really did.
My only other Superstore experience was a Superstore in LA for Mania 39. How was the LA Superstore? I'm assuming that one had to be big.
And how
That one,
I'm interested. How big was the Rumble one? Because I assume the Mania one was big because it's Mania. But I'm interested. How was? We'll have to do some research on like more recent superstores.
yeah, I'll definitely have to.
Like I want to see what they did because at least the one I seen for like WrestlePalooza, that one looked pretty big. And then what else? There were they've done some pretty they've done some pretty they've done some pretty big ones. Um at least from what I think
Yeah.
recently. So oh no.
Okay, it was huge. I would have thought.
Yeah. Or remember the one we watched for Mania this year for Mania 41? It was pretty big.
It was massive. Exactly. So that makes sense. And I'm very curious for that for Survivor Series for that Chamber one.
We keep calling it Survivor Series because
Dude,
it's like a core
it,
memory.
it's a core memory because the last time we were there, it was Survivor Series, and it's also like a structure match, kind of like
Yeah.
war game. So I'm just gonna be getting it confused so much, dude. Like before I got the tickets, right when I look, or not when we got the tickets, when we were first looking at them, I was looking at Ticketmaster, and I was like, dude, where's the second ring? Like you're supposed to put, and then
Yeah.
I realized, oh shit, this isn't war games, this is
Yep.
Chamber.
That's hilarious. Uh so going back to Dynamite, Swerve and Hangman team up to face the Ops, Shibata and Hobbs. They're playing Swerve's theme music as Swerve and Hangman are beating the shit out of the Ops dojo in the crowd. Thankfully, they eventually shut Swerve's music off because I was sitting there like, are they really doing the Anarchy in the Arena thing right now? Which, again, kind of kills that. But thankfully, they shut it off. Seriously. They, Swerve and Hangman double powerbomb Will Hobbs through the table. They then, through the announce table, they give a buckshot and a house call to Shibata, and that was it. That was it. So Swerve and Hangman defeat the Ops. No surprise there. As Swerve's new song is starting to grow on me. Not that I ever didn't dislike it. I just didn't know why they changed Big Pressure, but it is growing on me. It's a good song.
Exactly. I like it. I liked it from the beginning, but like you said, it's gonna grow on me because I'm just used to him coming out to the same lyrics, dancing. So it is gonna take used to, but it's getting there. I do like it.
Yes. Speedball Bailey versus Fletcher.
Oh Bailey,
I don't know why they still call him that. Speedball
I
Bailey.
hate when they call him
Um,
Speedball Bailey.
Speedball Bailey versus Kyle Fletcher. Speedball Bailey actually defeats Kyle Fletcher in Continental Classic action. Mike Bailey's throwing out some heavy kicks at Fletcher. He hits a Ultimo weapon for a near fall. He then goes for an Ultimo weapon out on the outside, and he misses, and his knees just completely crack on the floor. Kyle Fletcher gets him in the ring for a brainbuster near fall that had Bryan Danielson absolutely losing his mind. And then Speedball Bailey got Fletcher in a roll-up to secure himself the victory and put 3 points on the board. So Speedball Bailey is now at 3 points to Kyle Fletcher's 6 in the Continental Classic. This was the real main event because this was fucking awesome.
Exactly. I love Speedball. I wish him and Knight were both two just people in the singles division. I say that every week,
Yep.
but it's very true. But love this match. I do love to see too with how anybody that means something can really win against somebody else that means something, and it's really nice to where it's not an eye roller, it's not a questionable decision why this person pinned this person. It's just wins and losses, and it's really cool. I really do love the C2 for that, man. So love moments like that. I really do like the C2, and please put Speedball Bailey in something, dude. Put him against Mark Briscoe. Put him against fucking Ricochet for the end of, or whatever that title is, and do something with the guy.
100%. Before the main event, Hangman declared he is coming for the championship at World's End, whoever wins. And the main event of Winter is Coming was Samoa Joe versus Eddie Kingston. This was terrible. Not because of Joe
Oh,
at all.
no,
This was terrible
it's because of that slug,
because because of that absolute worm of a professional wrestler, Eddie Kingston.
dude. Bro, that ass has the stamina, Jey Uso, bro. What happened to Eddie Kingston, bro? He
He's a
used to
snail
actually
out
be a
there.
brawler. He's a snail, and he used to be a legit brawler, bro. What happened, bro?
I don't know. I don't know, but again, anytime you can put Eddie Kingston in a professional wrestling ring, my God, he absolutely bores me to death. I'm sorry. He genuinely bores me half to death. So yeah. Uh, please just stop, for the love of God. Yeah, Eddie Kingston. The best part about this match, Samoa Joe hit an attitude adjustment into an STF and then saluted while he had the STF mid locked in.
That shit was hilarious, bro. Bro was gonna do the fucking salute mid chokeout, dude. Gotta love Joe.
Dude, my God. My God. Um, yeah, so we got that. Eddie Kingston went for his spinning back fist finisher, and it was countered into a Kakina clutch.
Kina clutch.
So, so Samoa Joe won. No shock there. Again, there's absolutely no shock there at all. And yeah, that was that. So that was AEW Dynamite. Yeah, that's it. I got nothing else. The main
Yeah, that
event
was
sucked.
exactly, main event sucks. Or the main event sucked. And yeah, that was Winter is Coming. Would you believe this is the same show that debuted Sting? Because no one else would have.
This is also the same show. Now that you're bringing my memories back, this is the same show that Kenny Omega won his first and only AEW World Title at.
Wow, he is only a one-time
Yep.
AEW champion.
Yep.
That's a weird statistic to look at now with, all the people who have now won it twice. That's crazy, man.
Yep.
Uh, I wish he really was in good health during AEW, man, because
Me too.
I feel like he would have been so much more involved in, the single scene, but, obviously due to his body, he couldn't have been. It's weird thinking of him as only a one-time champ. It really is.
It is. It is. I'm in a full agreement with you, man. I really wish we could have got 2017 health Kenny Omega in AEW, man. That just would have been incredible. So that's everything for AEW Dynamite. Again, it was a pretty horrible episode of Winter is Coming. To be 100% honest, I there wasn't much that was you can look back fondly on this episode for. However, something you can look fondly upon is W Energy, man. The official sponsor of the Notorious Hills podcast. W Energy is an energy drink loaded with vitamins and nootropics formulated to improve focus without getting the jitters. W is a clean formula that is sugar-free, zero-calorie, free from fillers and artificial colorings with 150 milligrams of caffeine per serving. You can get your W products today with the link below and code NHP at checkout to save yourselves 10% on your next W purchase.
Really, always got to shout out W. Whether workout, whatever you may need the energy for, whether you need it for a stocking stuffer for all the people you care about, or you need it to stay up. Maybe you need the add energy Christmas morning to pack your gifts, man. W got you, man. No matter what you need, it'll give you the energy. You won't have the jitters, and it'll taste good all at the same time. Truly, always got to shout out W.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. As always, the official sponsor of what we do here at NHP. Thank you, as always, to the great people over at W. Whoa! This seems a bit early, doesn't it? Aren't we normally used to seeing blue around this time?
We usually are, man, but
Guys,
thankfully we don't have to see blue this week.
Guys, I genuinely tried to find something to talk about for SmackDown. There was absolutely nothing that went on this week on SmackDown. To what should be to the surprise of absolutely nobody. We have nothing on SmackDown this week. It was the show was
What?
the show was fucking boring. And the show has absolutely no talking points whatsoever.
Exactly. I ask people again, where's your anchor towards SmackDown, dude? It's literally the most useless weekly wrestling show there is in existence right now, dude. What happens on it besides Dragunov carrying the show? Literally, what happens?
Yep.
At this point, I wish Dragunov was on Raw, so I actually really got to watch Dragunov every week because he is the only thing that you care about on fucking SmackDown.
Yep. Raw opens up from Hershey, Pennsylvania, and it is opened by
Man himself.
none other than the Ring General, the Terminator, the John Cena Stopper, the Career Killer, Gunther. Gunther comes out to loud boos, very loud boos for obvious reasons. He comes out and he says he did what he said he was going to do. Make John Cena give up. And when he gave up, he tapped out like a little bitch. He throws the mic down and he is just flaunting around everywhere. He's throwing his arms in the air. He walks off. He then walks back to the ring. He gets on the top rope. He's celebrating, just rubbing it in everybody's face. He's getting booed out of the building. He gets on top of the announce table. He grabs the mic again. He says, I made Cena tap like a little bitch. He says, it's my time now. I will forever be the man that made John Cena give up. He throws the mic down again. He is flaunting around.
He was flaunting.
Man, this dude, again,
He
that
was having a
performance,
ball.
that performance on Saturday night, I don't think that was Gunther, bro. I think
That was Walter.
that he was giving Walter energy. And then
He was.
here tonight, you know, a minor detail from Saturday that nobody talked about, because everybody talked about the smile before Cena tapped. How about the look of shock over Gunther's face as he slowly dragged himself away from John Cena's body? Just the shock on his face. I mean, it was beautiful. It was
Did you
beautiful.
see him talking to the ref, asking, like he tapped like for real, and then just the instant just get up and gloat he did right
Yes.
after that, dude.
Yes.
Man, nobody perfect, nobody better than Gunther, than Walter in this position, man, dude. And like they could easily had Gunther come out there and be all serious and rub it in, but the fact that he went out there and he was laughing, he was fucking giddy about this. Oh, it made it so much better. I loved how like happy and just shit-eating grin he had this whole open to the show. It was amazing.
Absolutely, man. I mean, this was absolutely fucking fantastic. I loved it. I loved it. I thought they brought him out here, and you obviously have one objective, right? Is to get him booed. That's the idea we're going for here. I thought they absolutely knocked it out of the park. You had him come out here like a smug ass prick, just rubbing it in everybody's fucking face that he beat John Cena. He's out here. He's out here again. He's rubbing it in everybody's face. He's calling the GOAT a little bitch. You know what I mean? And obviously it's so perfect for Gunther, because what is he had to hear all year? You tapped
You
out.
tap.
And to come out here after he made John Cena tap out, to come out here, man, and throw that back in everybody's face. When they tried in the beginning of his promo, they were still chanting "you tapped out." So there was only one way to bring this. And that, which, by the way, Triple H, why the fuck would you think it was okay to have tap out to Dragunov? Again, still didn't want to see him tap, but at least it's Dragunov. Jey Uso, get the fuck out of here, dude. Anyway, regardless,
Then, dude, when fans were chanting "you tapped out," and then he like pointed at himself and like asked like "I tapped out," and then just started laughing.
yes.
Come on, bro.
Yes,
That,
perfect.
come on.
Perfect. Perfect. Again, and then just to for the fans to play into it, and then him immediately, like Sir K said, beg the question. It was me? I tapped out? Nah. Your boy tapped out. John Cena tapped out.
Tapped out. Goated.
Amazing. And it gets better. He walks through the back, and he's walking through Gorilla, and I knew he was going to eventually run into somebody. I just didn't know who. He walks up to Alpha Academy, shrugs him off. He walks to R-Truth. He walks up, and R-Truth is next. R-Truth tells him he's a piece of trash. Gunther laughs at him. He says, "Is that all you have to say?" So he walks into Adam Pearce, and Pearce tells him that walking all over John Cena's legacy because you know he's not coming back does not make you the ring general. It makes you an asshole. You're done for the night. Get out. The door is there. Again, having the general manager of the show call one of his talents an asshole is not professional at all, but it fucking plays it off so great. It really does.
way they had everybody looking at him, like even the most random, probably half of them were like the makeup people,
Yep.
the people that said it, everybody just looking at him like he was a fucking asshole.
Yep.
Oh, it was great, dude. And then Adam Pierce, because at the end of the day, Gunther did nothing wrong. He literally just beat a man. If you're looking just on paper, he
Yeah.
beat a man in a pay-per-view match, and that was it. But it's just the emotion that it has to where Adam Pierce just basically kicks him out for
Yep.
just being an
Yep. He
asshole.
didn't do
Oh, it's
anything. Yeah.
great. He
He
didn't
literally.
do anything, but he kicked out.
So he gets kicked
Oh, it was
out
great.
and he walks outside. And I can see in the distance somebody, but I couldn't make out who it was exactly. And he walks up, and it is none other than John Cena's boy. It's AJ Styles, one half of the tag team champions, mind you. AJ Styles is waiting for him, leaning up against a car. Gunther walks right up to him. He says, AJ, do you have anything you need to say to me? And AJ just puts his hand out, just telling Gunther to go. So Gunther gets in the car. He goes to drive off, but he rides up to AJ and he stops and he rolls the window down and he says, AJ, one more thing. You can't see me.
Bro.
And he drives off. AJ's face. You could just see
Dude.
this man fucking seething.
Oh, I love it, dude. Literally my favorite part from this, and it's literally my favorite part on this whole episode of Raw. After he does that, the little laugh and like fucking hand wave of like just fucking
Yes,
laughing.
bro.
Oh, dude, that was dead ass. My favorite part of Raw was that little hand wave after he did that of just fucking just cracking himself up.
Yep.
That was so goated, dude.
To me, my favorite part from that whole interaction, when he drove away, when they cut back to AJ's face, and you could just see this look of I will fucking murder you on AJ's face, was fucking phenomenal. I loved this segment. I love everything that they portrayed here. We got some news about Gunther, and I don't think John Cena will be the last person. He will be retiring. I don't know if AJ is now on that list for people that he's going to be retiring, but I'll say this. We have a whole generation that needs to be next. I did not mind Gunther retiring John Cena. We also have some news for Friday on another man Gunther could be retiring. I can say this. I urge WWE to hopefully not get in the habit of having Gunther retire everybody. Only because it's nothing to do with Gunther. Because I think he's great and I believe in him as a talent, obviously. But bro, we have a whole generation of guys that need to be next up. Let's not give every honor of retiring people to Gunther. Now again, I was okay with Cena because the argument of Goldberg to me meant nothing. Goldberg's career meant fucking nothing to me. Now, not to say that it meant that not to say that it didn't mean something to other people. Not to say that it didn't mean something to other people, but the honor of retiring Goldberg versus the honor of retiring John Cena, to me, you're talking about apples and fucking oranges, okay? That's night and day. His career meant fucking nothing to me. And don't take it from me, Goldberg's career largely meant nothing to a lot of people. So, as to where John Cena's career meant a lot more than fucking Goldberg's career did. Just saying. Now again, I can see where maybe it meant a lot to some people. I didn't give a fuck. Let's not say, hey, let's have Gunther retire AJ and Brock and this and that and that. let's give those honors to other people. Let's not. I urge WWE, and not that I don't believe in Gunther, because I do. Let's not just put all our eggs in one basket. Again, you can have Gunther, mop the floor with these legends on their way out, but in terms of the retiring thing, especially with a guy like Brock, Obafemi, Braun Breaker, I mean, dude, these guys are looking you right in the face, man. But again, I just urge WWE to not put all their eggs in one basket. And again, it has nothing to do with Gunther at all. I just want to see other guys get that love too. Because this next generation is not just Gunther. There's a lot of guys that could use that oomph.
Exactly. There's a lot of guys, and it's a mix of wanting more people, a variety of people to retire, a variety of people. But if you're gonna keep doing it with Gunther, it it's gonna make the big one, Cena, mean less if he just does the same thing for a bunch of other people's.
Yeah,
Make the Cena one as special as possible, and leave it at that. He doesn't need to do it for AJ. He doesn't really need to do it for Brock. I like Logan says, I'd be fine with Brock. I would kind of prefer someone like Braun Breaker or Jacob Fatu and Obafemi, whatever. But I'd be okay with Brock. But don't stretch it too thin, and don't lessen the value of the John Cena one by doing it too much.
for sure. For sure. So, you know what I think? Ripshot, again,
Oh,
that's
dude,
me. That's me speaking, and that's me speaking in bias. I can
exactly.
understand he was a huge deal. I think for me, what it was with Bill is
It's the disrespect.
I have a bad taste in my mouth about the Bray Wyatt stuff, about the random Asuka strays he throws. He's just one of those guys that overstayed his welcome for me. Personally. So again, his career meant absolutely nothing to me. Absolutely fucking nothing. It meant as much as the dirt on the bottom of my shoes. Only because I wanted him gone a very long time ago. But I can't understand. It was a huge deal. I do get your perspective. It was a huge deal for maybe him, but I don't give a shit what he thinks. John Cena's retirement for me. Goldberg fueled my anger enough to pretty much start this podcast, just to give you an idea on how much he overstayed his welcome. So,
Y'all don't know the origin to the start of the podcast was him burying the Fiend. So for us, there's a personal bit of hatred against Goldberg. I think he's an egotistical asshole, but I get why. I get he is a part of like a different generation.
yeah,
So that I do get, man. For me, I think, he's an ungrateful, egotistical asshole, but I get why people think he's a legend because, at the time he was special to many, to people.
he was. But with saying that, yeah, John Cena's retirement just absolutely trumps
Still beats more.
Goldberg's. So, yeah,
Exactly. It
100%.
still beats more no matter what.
100%. So, as for this, like I said, I don't want to see, especially with a guy like Brock. Again, me personally, I just want to see Brock get retired by a Jacob Fatu, by a Braun Breaker, by an Obafemi. To be 100% honest with you, I would have had Braun Breaker retire Goldberg anyway. I wouldn't have even gave that to Gunther. I personally would have gave that to a guy like Braun Breaker. Again, I think you can draw the comparison to Goldberg with the way
He
that Braun
matched
works.
Goldberg.
I think so. So yeah, we got we just got a situation where, again, I don't want to see Paul run into the problem of just him feeling formulaic, because he can do that a lot. He can be comfortable and just be like, oh, well, Gunther's our career killer guy, so let's just have Gunther retire this guy and that guy and this guy and that guy. And then before you know it, you've put all your eggs in one basket, and again, now all these guys are retired and you just gave all these honors to one man. And again, I don't want to see that when
Like,
you have so many monsters, the monsters of the future that can take apart Brock Lesnar, and Brock can give that honor of, destroying the beast too. Guy like Obafemi, a
exactly.
guy like Fatu, guys like Braun Breaker stand out. And yes, guys like Gunther do stand out. Gunther retired John Cena.
That's all you need.
That is a fucking massive honor. And whoever retires Brock Lesnar, feel how you want about him. It's Brock fucking Lesnar. He's the most legit guy the business has ever seen, arguably.
Exactly. So that's why I either say for Brock, either Braun or Oba, because you need the legit feeling guy to retire the most legit feeling guy in the business. And I
Yes,
think either Braun or Oba just makes sense. Either one of those two I'm cool with. You really fucking roll dice to fucking figure out which one. But don't put your eggs in one basket and don't make the Cena one mean less over time the more you do it to different people, man. Cena is literally all you need on your retiree fucking record for to mean something. He literally retired the greatest of all time.
yeah.
Come on, man.
Personally, uh for Brock, I would maybe say Oba or Fatu. However, I'm leaning a little more towards Oba because I feel Fatu would be very nice to retire Roman, I think.
Yeah, I'm down. I would love to. To be honest, I'm sure they're gonna run back the Seth match, and if I'm a
Oh
big
god.
man, I would bet it would be Seth Rollins, unfortunately. That would retire Roman, or vice versa, whichever one comes first. I feel like Roman would come first, to be honest, though. Uh, but I would love Fatu for Roman.
For sure. For sure. So we'll see how complacent Triple H gets. But as far as AJ, um and Gunther, this should be a great program. They obviously have a great story with AJ Styles and John Cena being boys. Um, it's a very cool thing to do. Very cool story to run. Again, I don't know how that's going to work with AJ being currently a tag team champion. I don't know if it's something he's going to do while he's a tag team champion, but um it is something that's obviously going to cook. Have we ever seen AJ versus Gunther?
That I know of, dude. Probably, there probably Walter versus AJ happened at some point before WWE, but I don't think that's ever happened in WWE yet. I don't think so.
I don't think so
I
either.
feel like I remember that.
I was gonna say I feel like I would too, but yeah, I mean, it is it is something cool to do. Like I said, I just hope this isn't something they're teasing to set up, Styles. Something they're teasing to set up Styles, uh, um, eventual retirement match. Because again, I don't want to see, I don't want to see again them also give another retirement honor to Gunther this soon, especially. So yeah, I mean that is that was the opening segment. I thought they knocked it out of the park. They made this man look like an absolute dick. um and that's how he came off, which smug prick Gunther oftentimes is the best Gunther. So
He's so great, dude. He's so great at doing that, man.
yeah, so moving on, we have the Usos versus the New Day. uh I will say they
Made the right decision with Jay, put the back in a tag team setting. I'll give you guys that.
okay, so it seems they faced each other at house shows, but I don't think ever on television. So should be
That's
good.
dope.
Should be good. So the Usos versus the New Day. Um, it was nice to see Jey Uso move with some pep in his step, man. He got a little breather. He got a little breather. He wasn't um he looked okay in this match. I'll give him that. So I think that this tag team stuff is where he belongs.
100%. He belongs in the tag team division.
However, they came out to his solo theme song.
Just, just use the Uso song, please. They're a tag team now. You could yeet to the Uso song. It's the same beat.
It literally, they used to yeet to the song before yeeting was a fucking overblown commodity. However, why why are we do? Can we not make this look like Jay and his brother? Can we make this look like the Usos, please? Because when they get in the ring,
Like,
they're fucking great.
they're the Uso.
But we need the
Yeah.
presentation to match.
Exactly.
Jay Spears Woods on the outside. He also during this match gave Xavier Woods a great looking super kick. I seen him throw that super kick and I was like, oh my god, my guy is back. Like fucking
Literally.
Jay
That's all I
Uso's
needed.
back. We then get a Trouble in Paradise by Kofi, ducked by Jimmy into a spear and a 1D on Kofi Kingston for the victory. As a little bit later in the night, AJ Styles and Dragon Lee were in the back, and they said they were ready for the Usos and they were going to go talk to Adam Pearce. So,
Very interesting.
very interesting. But yeah,
Hmm.
so that's that. Seems like we'll be getting that match soon. AJ and Dragon versus the Usos. Should be pretty fire, man. Should be pretty fire. Hopefully, they do end up dropping the titles to the Usos so the Usos can go in the tag division and then AJ can go off and be a singles again. But yeah, hopefully that works out. I don't really know who on Raw the Usos can face, but we will have to wait and see on that. But yeah, so it seems like the Usos have by this victory, I guess all it took was one win, but they are already in line for a tag title shot. I'm pretty sure it'll end up being on that January 5th episode.
They seem to be stacking that episode with like title matches and shit. So
Yeah.
I'm sure it's going to be on that episode.
We get the Kabuki Warriors misting Rhea Ripley during her and Io's entrance. They were coming out there for a promo. Asuka was sitting front row in the crowd, usually where Nick Khan sits, and she missed Rhea Ripley. They then take out Rhea and Io, attacking them. They go to give Rhea an insane elbow, but Io takes the bullet for her as they lay out both of them.
Yes. So, like, I don't know why Io didn't just run up and push Kari off the top rope, but she did the noble thing. She took the hit for her friend. So, just building up, their friendship, I guess, and whatnot. It was cool, man. And that's another match they're building to 5th. I believe that match is. Wait, no, I think it's next week. No, it's January 5th. It's January 5th. My bad.
Is it for the tag titles?
It is for the tag titles, yes.
There you go. Pretty sure that's what we'll see Rhea and Io win the titles there, which hopefully after that, they learn how to put a fucking spotlight on Lyra and Bayley, and they can dabble into that story next. So,
Hope so.
we got Maxine Dupree versus Ivy Nile.
Dude, the Creed brothers are back. They didn't say nothing, but they're back.
I know. Very shocked.
What the hell?
Very shocked. Hopefully
Well,
this
took 'em
me
5 months.
Yeah, hopefully they're putting them on TV more to let us know that our boy Chad Gable is creeping up on television once again. I can only hope.
God, I hope so, dude. God, and to be honest, I'm really glad people seem to really love Ludwig as El Grande, because that hopefully means he could take that mantle and Gable can come back, wrap up the fucking El Grande shit, and be Gable. I really hope so.
Hopefully. So, the story they went with for this match is this new Maxine Dupree. This Hart family dungeon trained Maxine Dupree. I can say, from the last match we seen her wrestle in with Becky Lynch to now, she does look a lot better, but obviously she doesn't look to the caliber that WWE is hyping her up as. Again, they're trying to portray this woman as if she's like some second coming of Kurt Angle, and it's not that. I mean, she looks better. I could say she looks better. She looks good. I can say nowadays that maybe she looks good. You know, not really great, but good, passable.
Yeah. She just learned to not be a bad wrestler, and they're acting like she's fucking Okada in fucking 2017. I don't understand this. I think people are just really overhyping her simply learning how to wrestle. I don't get it.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. But she beats she beats Ivy with an ankle lock. So yeah, Hart family dungeon Maxine is here in full effect, and yeah, like I said, she again she she's not, you know, she's not Bailey in the ring. She's not Becky Lynch in the ring, but you know, I mean, she's also not bad. So I don't know what WWE is trying to necessarily portray her as, but I don't think she's what they are trying to portray her as. But again, she doesn't suck. So yeah, that's that. It was
Exactly.
so yeah. We then get Javon Evans in the back. Adam Pearce is telling Javon Evans that he did not disappoint and he has his attention. El Grande Americano, Rayo, and Mayo walk up and they all start speaking Spanish. Javon Evans says he knows Spanish. He says that El Grande dissed NXT and he's going to end up eating what he said. Adam Pearce then sets up Rayo Americano versus Javon Evans next week on Raw. Two things.
Do you think? Mm-hmm.
I'm excited to see Javon Evans on Raw. I don't know if this is going to be a soft call up because they really like the guy.
Like it?
But it's against
No,
Rayo.
I prefer one.
Wonderful.
What is, what, what is this show, bro? You get one of the most just interesting and promising upstarts facing Rayo. And think about it like this: we're getting next week Javon Evans versus Pete Dunne, but we're not getting Javon Evans versus Pete Dunne.
Yep.
We're getting Javon Evans versus Rayo, Pete Dunne in a red luchador mask for no reason. What the
Good
fuck,
God.
dude? I do feel we literally said last week, or not even last week. I think back on Saturday that we feel like there was going to be a little more while for Javon Evans to be called up. I feel like that has been moved faster than I think everyone would have thought. I think they really like Javon, and I think this is a soft call up for right now, and I think they're going to call him up faster than I thought they would, which is good. Preferably, I think he fits better on SmackDown. He just kind of feels like a SmackDown guy to me.
Yeah.
And I think SmackDown can use a guy like him more than Raw can. But Man, we're getting Javon Evans versus Pete Dunne, but we're not getting that, which is fucking wild, dude. But good for Evans. I really like him, and I hope we see him more and more until he gets the official call up.
I think so. I will say I am not a fan of their new way of doing these like soft call ups. I kind of like how things were
Oh,
when
I get
like Vince was in charge, where you wouldn't see one of these motherfuckers on the main
the
roster
call.
until they got called up and got that huge reaction. Because once you seen
Mm-hmm.
somebody on the main roster, they were called up. It is I just liked it better like that. I don't like this like, oh, he's half called up, he's half not called up. I just don't like it personally.
No, I think it's very. It makes sense for Triple H. You know, he's a coward, so he doesn't really know like when to commit to do something.
Yeah.
So I mean, it makes sense for who Triple H is, but I would really like just and one thing I did like that Vince did was the only time you saw those people on the main roster was the Rumble.
Yep.
You got a little taste of them in the Rumble, and that was it, dude. And until they got called up, you didn't see them interact with anybody on the main roster. And I wish that was very true, and I wish that was still true, man. And
Exactly.
like Logan says, I thought he was gonna be Nova and do the David versus Goliath thing and be NXT champ. I guess not. I don't know why you wouldn't have him be NXT champ for a time period. I think you're missing out on something there.
Same. Yeah. 100%. Yeah, they they definitely are. Um so we have the Vision. We have the Vision backstage. Logan Paul's congratulating Bronson Reed for flattening LA Knight and putting him out indefinitely, which I don't know if you guys know this, but LA Knight is out indefinitely because he has a cracked sternum.
Isn't that what Coda has legitimately right now? Dog, he would be out for
Is
like
is
two
that
years.
or
Isn't it?
is Coda the
It's a sternum.
femur?
Oh no, yeah, Coda's the femur, but sternum. Still, dude, that is. I love when WWE just makes up the most serious injury possible, just to be off for like 3 weeks, dude. It's fucking hilarious every time, man. Um, but yeah, I think he real, I don't think he realized he was talking to Bronson Reed and not Triple H there, but continue.
Well, a cracked sternum's recovery time is 8 to 12 weeks, so we will see him at the Rumble.
Oh God,
I'm pretty sure we will see him at the Rumble. Um,
hopefully at least.
which that could feed into that story that they have no surprises because why else would they be
Setting like normal
saving
people up to be surprises.
exactly. Exactly. Could feed into that.
they they dead ass might have no surprises for for the whole show that is dedicated to surprise moments and appearances. We're not gonna probably get any.
Yep.
Good lord, dude. Good lord.
We're in for a rough year.
It's gonna be such a bad year.
So, Braun Breaker says that CM Punk is here tonight and we need to take him out like we did LA Knight. Logan says, yes, we should destroy him. And the masked man might show up as well. Heyman then asks, who is the masked man, by the way? Logan says, I don't know. Who is it? Heyman says, I don't know, but we can take the help. He says, Ray is looking for Logan. LA Knight and all of his friends are looking for all of us, and Punk is looking for Braun Breaker, so we can take the help. Braun and Heyman then walk alone into the corner of the room, where
5 feet away.
where nobody can hear them. He says he wants to take out Punk tonight. Heyman says no, do not take him out. He needs to be available on January 5th. Braun, kind of tweaking out, I guess, kind of agrees. or he kind of, I guess, hears what Paul Heyman is telling him. And then Logan Paul walks up to Braun Breaker and tells him to lock in for Rey Mysterio tonight. More useless Vision dialogue on the night, I guess.
So useless, dude.
Because
God,
he listens to Paul Heyman, but then he takes him out at the end of the show anyway. So it's like,
they're
so what the fuck was the point of
like,
that?
so it's exactly. I don't get it. Like, what is this? What is any of this here, bro? What is the Vision, dude?
Logan, I really hope we can see Bianca at the Royal Rumble. I miss Bianca. And then
I hope so, dude.
he also says if KO's music hits at the Rumble, I'm going nuts. That I would
Oh,
be
I'll
very
go nuts.
shocked, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's gonna happen. But
I
I
don't.
would go nuts. I absolutely
I
would.
don't. No, exactly. I don't think it's gonna happen, but if it does, I'm going crazy, dude. Genuinely.
That would be some 2008 John Cena type stuff. This man was
It
supposed
would.
to be out for way longer, but here he is popping up. So that would definitely be crazy for sure. So CM Punk comes out for his promo. This was one of the better parts of the night. He says he was forced to miss 2 consecutive Raws because some people smarter than me didn't medically clear me to compete or fly. He says if you saw War Games, you saw what happened to me, and it hurt. But it wasn't as painful as the last 2 weeks sitting on my couch listening to Braun Breaker talk. He calls Braun Breaker a cross-eyed Neanderthal Nepo baby. He says you came out here with your full chest. Mad I tried to end your career and break your neck. He says I understand brains don't run in your family, but you didn't sign up for board games, you signed up for war games. He says, congratulations, your team won. He says, you have the audacity to stand in the champ's ring and say how easily it was to beat me. He says, you talk about how you want 2011 CM Punk. He says, you cannot handle 2025 CM Punk without help from your boys. You needed a Brock Lesnar F5, a Bronson Reed Tsunami, Drew McIntyre, the human septic tank, and the cherry on top was you needed your new masked man. So congrats, Brawny, you got a title shot, but you didn't do it alone. He says, I've been here many times. And if you ask me how many times I seen Paul Heyman gas up a young guy and watch him wilt under the bright lights. He says, if I had a dime for how many times I seen Paul Heyman gas up a young guy and watch him wilt under the bright lights, I would have a pocket full of dimes. He says, speaking of dimes, if you ever mention my wife's name again, this goes from business to personal faster than you can run. And it won't be about a belt anymore because I'll rip your eyes out and piss on your single-digit IQ brain. He says on January 5, I'll tell you to show up alone to test yourself against the best in the world, but I know you won't. And it's not because you don't have the balls to do it. It's because you don't have the heart. You don't believe in yourself. You don't believe in yourself. You don't have what it takes to carry the company on your shoulders. Wear this gold. So bring Paul Heyman, the Vision, the Masked Man. Hell, bring your dumb father and his even dumber brother Scott. Bring them to Brooklyn. You're going to need all the help you can get to beat me for this championship. Because when I win, and when you wake up and see Paul Heyman left you for the next big thing, and Bronson Reed is stuck doing TikToks with the YouTube scammer, and your mystery man never shows his face. All you'll have is a dumb and even all you'll have is Dumb and Dumber. He says, even with your Steiner math, all you need to know is GTS equals 1, 2, 3. You lose, I win. Still the world heavyweight champion, the best in the world, CM Punk. Damn.
Fuck.
This is the CM Punk we need to see. I loved not hearing him come out here and say, isn't it great to fucking be alive in fucking Pennsylvania in Hershey's on a Monday night?
Hershey's.
This was great. We did not have to hear the shtick. We did not have to hear him talking about how fucking jolly life was in 2025 and all this other bullshit. He was to the point, straight to business, no bullshit. I fucking love this, man. I thought this was fantastic.
100%. I really like this. I loved actual locked in, serious, focused CM Punk, like you said, but he didn't get the generic catchphrase to start his promo, man. He came in, he was pissed, wearing that bomb ass fucking hoodie that they're selling. Goddamn. I like drop shit now. Like,
Very cool.
come on, bro. But
oh,
very fucking dope hoodie.
Speaking of dope, guys, I mentioned on
They dropped
Saturday, where is this shirt AJ Styles was wearing? They have dropped the shirt. I have also bought the shirt. So
We'll be buying the shirt later.
I will be sporting the shirt. I'm gonna need something for this AJ little retirement tour. And that, aside from the if it's not P1, they don't want none shirt, that is one of the dopest AJ Styles shirts that they've dropped.
It really is, dude. I love it. I love the shit on the back. I love the render on the front. It's fucking super sick.
Yes.
Glad they dropped that shirt. Thank God, dude. And I kind of like the way they did that. Now I hope they do that more, where they have like someone wear a dope shirt, and then a few days they drop it. It builds actual anticipation for good merchandise, which they usually don't have. So
Yes.
very nice to see. But back to the promo. Loved it. Loved fired up Punk, man. I love angry Punk. This is what I want to see more, dude. And I loved it. I love its fire. And I like what they're building up for January 5. Don't know why they keep saying January 5.
I was gonna ask you if you caught that. He's like,
caught that.
he's like on January 5. And I'm like, why the fuck do they keep saying January 5? January 5th.
I don't know if it's like a new Triple H thing he wants to fucking do. Who fucking knows with that bald moron? It's probably him. It's always his fault. But I love this promo. I love the fired upness from CM Punk, and I really hope we like next week we get a face to face with these two. I really hope so.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. The Judgment Day.
Yeah, kill me. Yeah, God. It's
Dominic,
just a bummer anytime they cut to them, dude.
It really is. It's like, fuck. Fucking these fucks.
These two dorks.
Seriously. Dominic is,
He's there.
he's in the back. He reveals that JD McDonough is going to be on the shelf for a while. As
Saw that. Did you see JD's post?
What's that about?
I have no clue. I just seen JD post that he was he was laying in a hospital bed. He just said something about like he needed to get this done now, just you know, to get it out the way, whatever it might be. I don't think he revealed what it was, but hope everything's going good. He seemed pretty positive in the post and more of like just getting something done now. So hope everything goes well for him, man. That really does suck. He really can't catch a break, man.
It probably was it probably was something long standing that was probably getting worse over time, and he just figured, you know, maybe my group fucking sucks, so let me just go ahead and get this done now. I can't blame him at all for that. It's obviously, you obviously want to keep your health priority, so getting something taken care of, if that is the case, then, you know, I'm happy for him.
I'm happy for him. It's smart to do it now while you're in the Judgment Day, so hopefully the day you're out of it, you actually have the availability to mean something.
Absolutely.
And I wish more pro wrestlers did this nowadays. Is willing to step away for your health. I wish this was more common. I really did.
For sure. For sure, for sure. So he reveals that Liv Morgan is hyping up Raquel for her title match. She says that her and Roxanne will be tag champs very soon. And then Raquel looks at Rox, and Liv just gives Raquel a dirty look as if she doesn't even want her in this spot. Probably because she wants the world title herself. La-di-da.
Doing
Let's
here.
just fucking give each other dirty fucking
Yeah.
looks. Wonderful. Same old shit.
Like, bro, none of y'all like each other. Just break up, bro.
Please.
What is this? Nobody likes anybody in this fucking group. But why are they together? Literally, only two people that are actually friends are JD and Finn. That's it.
Yep.
Those are the only two people that are actually friends. Just break everybody else, bro. Just can the group, please.
Yeah, they also addressed Finn in here slightly. Dom said he didn't know where he was. He's probably checked out of this group like I am. So that's probably
Is
where Finn
and
was.
I think they slid it in there that he was with JD, like just helping JD, quote unquote, in
Gotcha.
his absence. So, there, I'm sure Finn will be back sooner, and I'll probably just mention his concerns for JD. At this point, you just keep Finn out with JD and have them come back together. At this
Yeah.
point,
We then get Stephanie versus Raquel for the
kill.
women's world title. The match is all right. It ended in a DQ. It didn't even really get started before it ended in a DQ by way of Nikki Bella. Nikki
Still
Bella,
doing this.
I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. Nikki Bella is attacking Stephanie Vaquer and Roxanne to end the match in a DQ. So I don't know if this is leading to a triple threat. Either way, it's a bunch of shit that I don't care about. And it is just a horrible, horrible way of doing Stephanie Vaquer for her first women's world title reign.
Exactly. Triple dog shit does not know how to fucking book a champion, and Stephanie is a victim of that, bro. Like she's still face. What is with Triple? What is with this fucking idiot and just having champions face the same person over and over and over and over again, dude? Variety is life, dude. Especially when you're a champion, dude. What are you doing?
Yes. Damian Priest and Gunther, Tiffany Stratton and Nia Jax. I mean, he has a problem. He has a fucking
I have
problem.
many,
There's a
and this
lot,
is
yeah.
one of them.
Afterwards, we spoke a little bit about that AJ Styles and Dragon Lee segment. This was a little after that. After AJ and Dragon walked away, this was following this Stephanie and Raquel match. Nikki Bella walks up to Jackie and she says, "Hey, I have something to say. I'm not sorry." Wow. How
Wow,
fucking intimidating
how
of dialogue is that?
devastating.
Yeah.
Dude, you had fucking Gunther
Whoa.
not be sorry for retiring the goat, and then you compare it to later in the night. Nikki Bella walks up, not sorry for beating someone up.
She says she's sick of not being appreciated for the road she paved. She says Stephanie Vaquer and Raquel should be shining my boots.
I need my boots.
Great. Great. I'm glad
Yeah,
that you feel that way. That I feel nothing.
because I don't. I feel nothing. The path you paved was bulldozed by fucking AJ Lee and Page fucking 15 years ago. So no one's gonna shine your boots.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. Now on to an actual trailblazer, Bailey. Bailey's in the back. She's doubting herself. She's very upset about her loss to Sol Ruka. And Lyra walks up and she asks Bailey, what's going on? And Bailey admits, like, kind of doubt myself. I lost to somebody that has far less experience than I do. Lyra then tells Bailey, she says, "Oh, okay, so maybe Asuka was right. Maybe Asuka was right about you. Um, maybe you are an idiot." Bailey hears the word idiot and she pushes Lyra back. She says, "Really? You're going to call me an idiot?" She says, "One loss to Sol Ruca is not going to stop me from destroying Roxanne Perez next week. Idiot." Lyra smiles, says, "There she is." Um, I love this story so much. I really do. I fucking wish that this was not again being treated as such an afterthought on the show. I'm glad they actually got a segment this week, because we've been a lot of weeks where they've had no segments. So I'm very glad I'm very glad we're getting back to just having segments with these two like that, where it's like Lyra is getting more used to and she's getting more hip to how Bailey works, as to where in the beginning she didn't know how to really channel Bailey. She was kind of just like confused with her, like what the fuck is wrong with her? But now, she's more she's more hip to her. She knows how to channel. She knows how to control Bailey's emotions better than Bailey does. So I actually love this a lot, and I love when we could see both of their personalities in this story develop and shine even more. Because to me, this is one of the best stories going on the entire show right now. So
Oh, this really is. I love what they're doing here. And like I said, I love how like Lyra is now privy to how to like wind up and point Bailey in a direction, right? And it's really good, and I love their dynamic. Like you said, bro, I really wish they did a better than you baby thing with these two with that women's IC title. And I really hope after January 5th really start doing something big with these two on TV, man. They deserve it. They truly are one of the best part, one of the only really interesting parts to Monday Night Raw, man.
100%. And then the main event: Logan Paul versus Rey Mysterio. I gotta say, I'm obviously not a huge Logan Paul guy, but I gotta respect, ever since he's been in the Vision, he's literally been here every week.
Yes, he's been here more in the Vision than he was as U.S. champion.
Yep.
And I will say one thing I like about him being in the Vision is we don't have to get the same generic Logan Paul of telling everybody, he's young, I've done all this in the business that you've done in 15 years and all this. It is a nice and a refreshing Logan Paul in the Vision. And when it comes to the identity of the Masked Man, I actually think he's gonna have good chemistry with him. Funny, those two might have the same energy, same not energy, but uh correlation, and just connect off each other that the Bronze do. Might be Logan Paul, identity of the Masked Man. So I'm very interested to
Yeah,
see how that goes.
for sure. So,
Chemistry, that's the word I was fucking looking for. God
I
damn.
got you. Yeah, I know what you meant. Um,
God damn.
Rey Mysterio goes to grab Logan's brass knuckles as they fell off of his hand while Rey was trying to do the 619, and Rey noticed them. So he tried to put them on, and he got curb stomped by the Masked Man. He got curb stomped by the Masked Man as his head was kind of hovering over the apron, the ring apron, and he gets curb stomped by the Masked Man. Logan Paul hits a frog splash on Rey for the victory. Logan grabs the brass knucks because he doesn't know what to expect from the masked guy. And CM Punk comes running out there with a chair, as he told Rey earlier in the night that he would have his back. Well, he was a bit too late for that. Punk comes out there with a chair. Logan Paul retreats, and the Masked Man runs up into the crowd and commentary's freaking out. They're like, "Who is this guy? Who is he?" He takes the hood off and he slowly takes off his shiesty to reveal that it is none other than Austin Theory. Ha, 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 ha. You fucking morons that genuinely thought this was Chris Jericho or Montez Ford. I told you the whole fucking time it was Austin Theory. Now look at that. It's not Chris Jericho.
Jericho, it's not fucking Montez Ford, even though I've seen tweets that, like, there's actually secretly a second
Oh,
masked guy
brother.
that is Montez Ford. I'm like, okay, bro, please just stop, dude. Please stop with your fan theories. They're shit, but it's Austin Theory, and I'm happy, dude. I'm happy. I'm happy to see him back, dude.
Yes.
And God, I really hope they lock in and use him this time, man. He does have potential, man. He's not just one of those people you tweet about potential and that he doesn't really have it. He actually does, man. So I really hope they use it.
Exactly. He's not like Damian Priest, man. He actually has a lot of upside to him. It's like WWE never really gave him a fair shot to develop before they put him in a tag team that they just let stall forever and let not progress at all. Things have changed. He's now back with the Vision, and I'm super pumped for this. I'm super excited to see him in the Vision. I love seeing all the memes that he looks like Daniel Garcia. He's sporting a new buzz cut. He does not have his hairdo like he used to, but he looks good, man. He looks good, and I'm excited to see him back. I'm excited for them to dabble into the story of why he's in the Vision, why he chose to start helping the Vision out, and all that stuff. So I'm excited for that. Yeah, I'm excited to see where they go with it. Um, and like I said, man, I'm just excited to see Austin Theory back. It's about time this guy gets a actual opportunity. Um, an actual opportunity, and hopefully Triple H can act like he likes the guy this time. I can at least hope. So I'm very excited for this. Like I said, very excited to see what Austin Theory can do with the Vision, man. And yeah, like I said, he looks great, and it was about time to get this man back on television, man. So that is yeah. Logan says he still thinks Theory as a babyface would be good too. Bro, that's the one thing that does suck with him coming back with a Vision. Unfortunately, we're still waiting for that babyface run. I know he's got it in him, and I cannot wait to see him eventually do it. It's just WWE, for one reason or another, does not see him in that role, but unfortunately, we are still waiting for that, and when that day does come, I know it's going to be good.
Same. I think he is one of those people. We all have our preferences of who we like as a babyface or heel more. Theory is one of those that just does work better as a babyface, but I am very excited for this heel run. It's a very serious seeming heel run, which I am very glad for. He's not stuck with fucking Waller anymore. So I'm very excited for this, and I think you can do a babyface eventual story here with the Vision that I'm really looking up for.
For sure, for sure. And yeah, like I said, I'm excited. I'm excited to just see where, what the whole story is behind Austin Theory, and like I said, why he chose to help the Vision out of everybody, or why he chose to come back and help them. So very excited for that. Very excited for that. It's like I said, man, I am just very excited to see him come back. Very excited to see him come back in general. We've had to wait a very long time for this, so excited, very excited to see him back, and see him doing something meaningful that's not A Town Down Under. So very excited for that, man. But yeah, that was the big reveal. That was the big reveal. As Punk turned around to a Braun Breaker spear. Um, as Braun, you know, looked down to Punk and said, "If you ever speak about my family like that
A
again."
little nod to Theory, where they kind of like
Oh, what were you saying?
Oh, okay. We kind of overlapped a bit there, kind of lagged out, but yeah, I did like that little nod they gave to each other.
For sure. For sure. So yes. Punk turned around to a spear from Braun Breaker, and Braun basically told him things will not be good if he ever speaks about his family like that ever again. So yeah, that was the ending to Monday Night Raw. As yeah, we do get the reveal for the Masked Man. I also got to shout out Triple H for not dragging this thing out for 2.5 more months. I'm glad we got the reveal again, despite contrary belief of Chris Jericho or Montez Ford. Some of these fans probably fucking thought the Masked Man was John Cena already coming out of retirement. We don't know what the fuck they're thinking at this point. But he didn't drag it out for 2.5, 3 months to the point where nobody gave a shit and everybody just wanted to see the guy revealed already. He gave us the reveal. And now we can tell the story going into next year on who this Masked Man is and what he's doing with the Vision, man. So I really like it. And I'm interested to see where they go with it, man. And I'm happy it ended up being Austin Theory because he was the right choice.
Most definitely, he was the right choice. I'm glad it was him. And like you said, I gotta give Triple H another bit of props, dude. I'm very glad they didn't fucking drag this shit out for weeks, for months. They revealed it already, which I'm very glad they did.
Absolutely. So that was everything for Monday Night Raw. That was everything for Monday Night Raw, man, as this has been another edition of NHP. This has been another edition of NHP Unscripted. This has been episode 278. Thank you guys so very much for joining us here today for another edition of Unscripted. And with that, thank you to everybody who joined us in the live chat. We got Manager Logan. We got Ribshot. We got Mr. Walk Down and Cut They Shiz Off. We got my guy Lonnie. Thank you guys for joining us as always. As this has been another great edition of Unscripted. Thank you guys so very much for joining us. It has been always a pleasure for my Johnny.
Nice, okay.
And that is going to do it for this edition of NHP. Like I said, this has been episode 278 of Unscripted. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Also, just a fair heads up, there is a possibility Friday will be earlier. Not by much, maybe an hour, maybe two early. We'll see. We will update you guys as the week goes on, but there is a possibility. Like I said, if anything changes, we will send out tweets, but more than likely, there is going to be some sort of time change on Friday. Might be at 2, maybe 1, but we'll see. We will update you guys. We will let you guys know Wednesday or Thursday what exactly is going on for Friday. But yes, so with that, man, like I said, it has been always a pleasure for my Johnny.
Nice, okay.
And that is going to do it for this edition of NHP Unscripted. This has been episode 278. Thank you guys. We love you guys. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you all on Friday with the news.
Peace.